This is Cavill with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I am here better late than never to give you guys a breakdown of Tszyu versus Sébastien Fundora. Okay, I was supposed to did this yesterday, got caught up doing a lot of other stuff, so I'm doing it now. I give my fight prediction now, so it'll be out there before the fight starts, which will be, of course, in the main event may start in about 4 hours. Depends on how many people knock each other out on the undercard, because we have Pitbull Cruz versus Roland Romero. That should be pretty interesting, so we're gonna check that out. Okay. They've both had their share. Okay, 24 wins for Tszyu, 20 wins for have that one loss. Paul Walker, Jesus, Paul Williams, and Paul Williams, he fights, throws a lot of punches, gives you a lot of punishment, and that is exactly who and how Fundora fights. Okay, and one draw for Sébastien. Okay, so that overall 22 fights that he's had, actually 23. Okay, so no, 22. One loss, one draw. So that's 22 overall fights compared to Tszyu. Okay, 71% knockout percentage for Tszyu. Now get this, 59% knockout percentage to Fundura. Okay, so keep that in mind. Reach 72 for Tszyu. Now check this out. Despite the height difference, it's only 1 inch in reach. 72 inches for Tszyu, 73 inches for Fundora. So keep in mind, so just because Sébastien's taller, that doesn't always have to work in his favor. Okay, Andre Newby, Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder next. I heard that. You're breaking up a lot. Okay, Deontay Wilder versus Adam Kownacki. It may happen. Yeah, it may happen. It may happen, but then here's the thing. I don't want to see that fight. I'm tired of. This is what I'm tired of. I'm tired of Adam Kownacki getting knocked out, bro. That's all it is another knockout loss for Adam Kownacki, and that makes 5 in a row anyway. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. I don't like to see Adam Kownacki take that type of punishment fighting Deontay Wilder. Okay? But we'll get back to that here in a minute. Let me finish up my tell of the tape. Orthodox, of course, for Tszyu. Southpaw for Sébastien Fundora. Okay? Kurt, who wins between 90 fighters and Vitaly Klitschko? Let me tell you something about Vitaly. Vitaly would hold his own. Vladimir, I'm not sure. I think Vladimir gets hurt because he can be hurt quicker. Okay, he's had his whoopsies, right? He's had his whoopsies. Sydney, Australia, South Wales, nationality, West Palm Beach, Florida for Fundora. Okay. Date of birth, November the 2nd, 1994, and that's for Tszyu, and December 28th, 1997 for Sébastien. So Tim has a few years on him. Okay, how do I see this fight going? I see this fight going pretty well. However, this is what I question on Fundura. Fundura took some punishment, okay? He's taken punishment, and despite beating the fights that he won, you have to keep in mind that he's definitely taken a lot of punishment, okay? Sébastien Fundora, he's fun to watch, but watching him, to me, right, honestly, watching him, bro, is like watching a guy beat the hell out of someone else, and a guy with all the reach, all the everything, and it's almost like punching a damn giraffe. The dude's 6'6". He's Anthony Joshua's height, bro. He's Deontay Wilder's height. That guy's tall, and it's crazy because I always wondered how much punishment could he take, and he showed, you know, and a fighter showed us. Okay, um, Brian Mendoza knocked him out. However, Erickson Lubin dropped him. Okay, so understand that was accumulation, and those punches were coming in bunches, you know. And Sébastien Fondura, believe it or not, speaking of Adam Kaunaki, he fights a lot like Adam Kaunaki is a guy that throws punches in bunches, and he didn't take care of his defensive end. And I think Sébastien needs to work on his defensive end, because he's not going to make it fighting guys like Tszyu. See, Tszyu has to get in. He has to get, his ass is grass if he, I'm sorry, you know, if he get in and Fundura's able to keep him off with his 73-inch, he beats Tszyu. Tszyu can get in and get his power shots in. He not. It's not hard to break this fight down. Okay, but again, it all comes down to if Fundura has worked on his defense. Fundura has to keep him off, and when he gets in, he needs to learn how to protect himself, because if he doesn't, it ain't gonna work. He's gonna get knocked out. Kurt, who wins? Klitschko versus Mike Tyson should happen Argentina or China. Klitschko versus Mike Tyson. Oh no, that's a big age difference, and I think Klitschko, with the clean living that he's lived, I don't know what the war done to him or for him. So that's gonna always be something questionable. But yeah, look, Klitschko is a gym rat. I envy Klitschko. Matter of fact, I don't envy Klitschko. Klitschko's older than me, but like a few years. I mean, I think he's like 48. Wow, he's a lot low. No, not more than a few. But this man has worked out. This man is taking care of himself. No, you don't hear the Klitschko's bad, living bad. You know, they're not those type of guys. They're just really bona fide athletes. They're very athletic, and they use shape. So I don't know. Klitschko smokes him. I mean, Klitschko's supposed to smoke Mike Tyson at this age, bro. Mike Tyson is 57, 58. Bro, if Mike Tyson beats Vladimir Klitschko, that would be an upset and a big surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to see that fight. I don't want to see legends fight guys that they have no business fighting. I'm sorry. I heard Dillian White versus Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence Okolie? Dillian White? No, absolutely not. That's a mix match. Okay? You know, Lawrence Okolie, for one, he's a cruiserweight. Now, if he can put on some pounds, you know, and he has that laser left hand, so don't sleep on Lawrence Okolie. You know what I mean? But he's limited. I think that left hand is dangerous. Let's see if that power carries up to heavyweight. Kurt, who wins? Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I'm hoping Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson will get him, but it's just how much does Mike have left? And we all know that Jake Paul is banking on the age factor, you know, the stamina factor, you know, the reflex factor. He's banking on Tyson looking bad in there and slowing down to keep Mike off his ass while he can get his shots off. That's all. Klitschko 6'7", jet black hair, white fool looking like Superman. Hey, that's a beast, bro. Those are units. Vitali, excuse me, Vitali and Vladimir Klitschko. Those are some units, man. You know what I always wonder? I'm like, who the hell are their parents? Because, you know, at first I thought that they were I thought they were twins. I'm like, no. Vitali's older. Who wins, Kurt? Fabio Wardler or Frazier Clark? I think Fabio gets him. He's more versatile. He definitely has the speed factor. Look what he did to Adelaide. Sorry, Adelaide. Look what he did to him. And those guys had beef. Those guys had beef. Oh, yes, they did. You know, and they wasn't playing around. So and he dropped Adelaide. So, but Frazier Clark, he's okay, but I think Fabio takes it. But you know, that's what we got to watch and see. Predictions are predictions for a reason. But Tszyu, I think Tszyu, I would rather see Tszyu take on Terrence Crawford than anybody for Fundora. Fundora, and I like him. He's a good guy. I just hate to watch him fight because, I mean, he has such an advantage. It almost looks unfair to watch somebody fight Fundora. I'm sorry, Fundora. Yeah, that's it. Not Fundora. Fundora is a totally different fighter. But Bill Keevaney, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. How many people will be on Usyk versus Tyson Fury undercard? Yeah, they've let that out today. I will be doing that fight. I will be that fight. Of course, I'll be doing that fight. No, I'll have that video out for you guys to talk about the undercard later tonight. I think that fight is I think the undercard is decent. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll get more into it. But yeah, it has about 5 or 6 fights. So that fight is gonna be, yeah. They piled a lot of fights on that card. Go Queensberry, right? We'll be on this blank for this 5 for 5 card. I don't know. Does the undercard give you more confidence Fury will show up? Well, if he doesn't show up, there won't be an undercard. Usyk versus Fury undercard will be interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, I'll dive into it. I'll dive into it here tomorrow. So, Sanchez, yeah, we're gonna go through it. Sanchez is actually Sanchez is fighting exactly who we want him to fight. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a tricky fight because he's taking on I get Caballero. So that's gonna be a good fight. Watch Usyk win. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Okay. Well, the best man will win, hopefully. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. Do you know Stephanie McMahon? She left WWE so she could be in boxing, working with Eddie Hearn and Frank Wanna. No, I haven't. I haven't heard of her, but I guess I have now. Tszyu beats Spence and Crawford. That's Spence and Crawford. This is what I've told you guys. Before we get into Crawford and Spence, for any of those fighters, Tszyu has to get past Fondura. Fondura, bro. That dude, he'll keep you off because he's going to keep pressuring you with all types of punching. Those punches are going to come, and he doesn't let off. He just pretty much beats you into submission if you can't protect yourself. Now, that's the catch-22 about Tszyu. Tszyu will, if we'll see how he deals with that style. Keep in mind, this is a replacement. He's supposed to be fighting a totally different. He's supposed to be fighting Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman injured something else, so he ain't gonna get that money. And that makes me wonder, like, man, what's keeping Keith afloat? Because Keith ain't fought in a while. I haven't seen Keith since he took on Mario Barrios, if you guys can remember. So he's been that dude's been like, yeah. If he KOs a 6'5" dude, he does. I mean, I think he's gonna have to, because boxing someone like Fundora, if he wanted to, the right type of training, Fundora could be one bad, serious dude, man. You know what I mean? It's kept back. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. He only has a one inch reach difference to Tszyu. So, 73 to 72 is not anywhere. Yo, Kurt, I think this is a different type of live, like a YouTube short type live. Doesn't send out notifications, I don't think. Man, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, to be fair. I think YouTube, I think they dropped the ball at times. Let's just be real. I just, it's weird because I had, 140 people on here all at once. Boop. So I don't know. The only thing I can tell you, bro, is unsubscribe and then subscribe again. That may help. That what normally helps for other people, because it refreshes the server. When you select another option and you reselect. Fury wins the pie eating contest. Yeah, I think Fury can go, but I think a lot of his weight gain, bro, wasn't to eating, it was to drinking. You got to keep in mind, the Furies are not small people anyway, right? Think about Shane. Think about Shane Fury for a minute. I wouldn't want to fight Shane, because actually Tyson Fury said, man, Shane whoops all of us. He beats us all, in bare knuckle. Kurt, what country are you going to this year? I'm going to a lot. I'm going to go to Brazil. I'm going back to Brazil, parts of the Caribbean. I'm going to the UK, definitely the UK. But I have this big job first, so I have to finish work first to do that, because I have a show. Yes. Boxrec says Fundora has an 80-inch reach. Really? That would make more sense, because the man is 6'6". Yeah, I see it, but we'll see the difference. And if he does have an 80-inch reach, we'll see if he can use that 80-inch reach. That's what it's all about. It's no sense of having that reach if you're not using it. Paul Williams. It sucks what happened to him, though. I would wish that on anybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to to go, because he was in a motorcycle accident, Paul Williams. So imagine Joshua hitting Ngannou with that shot 4-ounce gloves, and these guys smoke the MMA guys. Speaking of bare knuckle, yeah, I'm gonna start watching bare knuckle, man. I think, you know, I've seen a glimpse of it, and what I saw, I like bare knuckle fighting, man. So, yeah, I would definitely get into it. You know, like, it's sports that are kind of just evolving around me now. Like, for one, it's like power slap. Power slap is a trip. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what Tszyu can do with Fondura. But talk about fighting Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, or should I say Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence, is going to be a job. That's a job, man. That's a job, sir. You know? Yeah, bare knuckle is prone to injuries. Yeah, I think it's going to be, you know, you've seen those guys' face. It looks all, man, power slaps are, when dudes get knocked out, that, man, it's hilarious. Man, it's gone. They got people to catch them, though. So they, you know, like, sometimes they get slapped so hard, then they get slapped so hard and power slap that the front of their face, bow, hits the table, and then they lean off. So they got to grab they're knocking the hell out of each other. You know, no cap. You think Spence would move up to 154? He has to if he wants to fight the winner out of Tszyu or Fondura. They can't do any, you know what I mean? Especially if Spence having problems making weight, why wouldn't he go? He should go. He should go to 154. Just like Terrence Crawford should go to 154 if he's having problems making weight. Keep in mind, Terrence Crawford is 3 years older than Errol Spence. You see what I mean? So, like, yeah, I think Errol Spence needs to go there. I think Terrence Crawford needs to go there. You know, that's like the whole odd thing. I mean, it is what it is with Errol Spence. I mean, you got injuries, but I think this is what's happening, though. And now we look back how Errol Spence used to ridicule guys like Keith Thurman, which is, again, he's injured too. Now he's starting to understand, like, these things are a part of life, especially when you get older. You have injuries. Ask Alexander Usyk. Ask Deontay Wilder. Injuries are a part of the game, unfortunately. Okay, you know, you're going to get injured. You train, you're going to get injured doing something. You're in a strenuous physical sport, and it's no game, and it's definitely no joke. Okay, so, yeah, I think now Errol Spence is seeing what Keith Thurman went through. Keith Thurman, you know, I don't see now looking at it, I just think Keith Thurman, you know, just had a cluster of injuries. And fighting someone like Errol Spence wouldn't be fair if he had those injuries and he didn't do anything about them to correct them. If he didn't have surgery and he was like, hey, okay, well, I'm going to fight this guy. Okay, yeah, you can try that. You can do that. But, you know, if you're not 100% fighting a young, hungry guy like Errol Spence used to be, Errol Spence was an absolute beast. Errol Spence's balls were like this big because he was talking about, I'll stop Canelo, I'll stop Golovkin. Remember that? That Errol Spence was saying that at 147. I'm like, whoa. These dudes are at 160 you're talking about. Hold your tongue. He didn't care. So, yeah, if I was Keith Thurman, no, I'm going to have all the surgeries I need to have, then I'll take on someone. But then he takes on Mario Barrios, which was just at 140, where that got firstly, in his first defeat was to Gervonta Tank Davis at 140. And then here's the irony. The irony is Gervonta Tank Davis didn't like 140. And that greatly, like that, disappointed me more than the cherry picking, because it's like, okay, if you're gonna cherry pick, at least cherry pick to a certain advantage. Don't have everybody weight drain and all that. Don't do that, you know what I'm saying? And then, it don't feel comfortable. Floyd didn't say that. Money Mayweather didn't say it didn't feel comfortable. Manny Pacquiao didn't say it didn't feel comfortable, or he didn't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? So I like Gervonta, that's how he really disappointed me with that. Because this man, with the punching power that he has and the athleticism and the skill, that man should be fighting at 147 in a year or two. But he wants to play it safe at 135. Talking, I don't want to go to work at 140. I ain't fighting at 140. I'm like, you fought at 140. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying, no, I don't want to fight at 140 again. Now, I can understand Gervonta St. Davis was a guy like Arturo Gatti because they had two different boxing styles. Arturo Gatti, his style was exciting, but, his style also, no, that requires him getting hit a lot. Gervonta Tank Davis, he needs to get better defensively. You can't fight and trade with people that's bigger than you. You need to fight smarter. Okay? Have you watched Muay Thai? The movie Muay Thai? No, I have not. Tyson Fury loses to AJ. Fury 50 pounds heavier than Usyk. How isn't it the pound? How isn't he the pound for pound number one? Well, we'll soon see how that's going to go. You know? But hold on, guys. Hold on just a second. People, I am stalking up on all kind of stuff. Definitely. All right. Who the hell is in the vehicle? No one. Me. Kurt in the building. J. Roos Theory, man. I just missed your live chat. I hit it by accident, really. But that's why I declined it. Cause yeah, man. I was just looking at that that Mike Tyson footage of the video I just dropped. So but no, man, I'm gonna be going live because this was supposed to be a shorter live, so it wouldn't, you know, I'm surprised it was this long. But this is the prediction of Fondura versus Tszyu, or Fundora versus Tszyu. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup, and it's a very different fight style for Tszyu fighting this guy instead of Keith Thurman. So, you know, all you got to do is kind of stay out of the way of power shots from Thurman and work that belly, and he's going down like jelly bars. Chris Asperon, what's up, my brother? Tszyu all the way. Salam alaikum. Okay, alaikum salam. I think Diddy is guilty. Diddy? Oh my God, not Diddy. Let's see. I think Tszyu is going to really show us something tonight, and he has to show us that he has to knock out Fundora. And then, see, most importantly, it's already happened. Brian Mendoza went in there and took this guy's head off, but he took a lot of punishment himself. That's what you're going to have to do if you want to get inside, you know. So I think, okay, what is this? I know I heard a, okay, all right. I was like, what's that bug? Arizism, what's up, my brother? Counterpunch to you. Tszyu via stoppage. I think if Tszyu can do his job, if Tszyu can get in there, if Tszyu can get those power shots off, he can take them out, but he's going to have to do it. I think he's strong enough, and most importantly, I think he's stronger than Brian Mendoza. Okay, so keep that in mind, you know. And if he doesn't, I'm going to, you know, you're going to have to question that. Or Fundura's got better. So, you know, Fundura's either got better. Let's hit the like button when we come in. Yeah, Fundora, bro, Ryan. Fundora is 6'6". This cat is Anthony Joshua's height. You know, Tszyu's looking up at him like, you know, yeah, punch for the stars, right? You know, time to grab your nuts, guys. Yeah, man. So it's going to be an interesting fight. So Fundora, he's an anomaly, though. I mean, he was knocking people and whooping people. Erickson Lubin. Bro, it made me so pissed because Lubin just cracked that chin and put Fundora down. Fundora got up. He's tough. But understand, I see people. I see shades of Kalnaki and Fundora. I just see shades of that. I'm sorry. I see shades of Adam Kalnaki in Fundora. Okay? Simply because the way this man fights, he throws too many punches to care for his defense. Does that make sense? Fundora throws, he throws too many punches to be concerned with his defense. And that's going to cost him. The same thing with Adam Kalnaki. Adam Kalnaki was so busy trying to get shots off that he forgot about defense. He forgot that the other guy has boxing gloves on. The other guy is also a threat, and the other guy can also crack as well. Okay, that's all. That's what I see with this fight. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Okay, so I think it will be an interesting fight. I think Tszyu should do it, and if Tszyu can't do it, you're going to ask and question, where is Tszyu at in his ability? You know what I mean? But understand this too. The adversity is real, okay? You got a guy that's 6'6", that throws punches in bunches, that throws multiple combinations, that has and gives you a lot to worry about, okay? It wasn't easy for Mendoza. Mendoza took some ass whoopings before he got that shot off. Maybe that was a fluke. We're going to find out tonight, guys. I will see you guys real soon. Give me about an hour and a half. I will go live on that fight. I think it starts at because it's 6:57 here, so it's almost 7. So I'm gonna start about 8:30. Okay, so we're gonna Psycho Crusher. What's up, my brother? Counterpunch to you. So I'm gonna go live on that. I got to get me something to eat. Probably nap a little bit so I can stay refreshed and ready. But I will see you guys in a little bit. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live fight prediction between Tszyu and Sébastien Fundora. See you guys soon in about an hour and a half. And everyone on this chat, including Bill Keaveney, Psycho Crusher, Ryan Arizism, has been counterpunched. Peace!